So winter's approaching, and that means it's gonna start getting cold outside. And here's the thing, I live in Texas, so every time winter comes around, my running begins to suffer. But good thing is, over the years, I've come up with tips that keep me consistent, motivated, and running my best, even when it feels like I'm sticking my head in a freezer. And I wanna share those with you. Let's go. All right, so tip number one is your warm-up. I keep them pretty simple. I don't want them to be a whole 20-minute warm-up just trying to get out the door and run, because that's just gonna slow me down. So I try to keep it simple. So I'll show you. Some of the first things that I'll do is I do some calf stretches. Do it on both calves, and I'll do it maybe 5 to 6 times just to really get it going. I'll probably do it 5 to 10 seconds each, and I'll just keep switching until I feel like I've stretched my legs. The next thing I'll do is a couple quad stretches. I won't do a lot of these because I still want my muscles to still have tension in them whenever I start running, because I know if I feel super loose and all that, I'm not gonna run my best. I gotta feel a little bit tight in my legs to really feel that power. All right, so the next couple of things that I do are high knees, and then some version of butt kicks, high knee butt kicks, or just butt kicks. And sometimes I'll do this thing that I call quick feet, and it's just to get my blood pumping a little bit and my legs firing a little bit faster, and it kind of looks like this. It looks pretty dumb, but it gets your body pumping and your heart moving a little bit, and that's kind of what you want for a warm-up. All right, so the next thing that I do are called A-skips. So this is what an A-skip looks like, and I'll do that a few times just to really get my legs moving and kind of get that turnover in the running motion going. And after that, I don't do too much. I might go back to the calf stretch a little bit. I might do a couple leg swings just to get my legs moving, but really that's all I do. And then I head out on my run because I'm gonna get warm eventually. I just don't want to start my run completely cold. All right, so tip number 2 is dressing like it's 10 to 20 degrees warmer than what it actually is, because what the body does is when you start running is your body heat builds up and you're gonna start sweating, and you're gonna be like, why do I have so many layers on when I don't need them? It's better to run with a little bit less than a little bit more. Your body's gonna warm up either way, and if you are cold, run a little bit faster. You also want to keep in mind not to dress too cold or not enough clothes, because if you are super cold your whole run, you're just not going to feel very good. You're not going to feel loose. You're not going to really build that momentum and get into a good rhythm. You're just going to feel cold, and that's not fun either. All right, so tip number 3 is one that you probably haven't thought of a lot, but it's going to change a lot of your run. And it's starting your run going into the wind, so the wind is hitting your face, and then at the end of your run, running with the wind, so the wind is at your back. And the reason you want to do this is because when you're running against the wind, it's going to be harder. It's going to be more difficult. So you don't want to be doing this at the end of your run, and then there's more of a chance of you slowing down, stopping, and walking. You don't want to do that. I've done so many runs where I'm like, oh, well, the wind's blowing that way, so I'll start running that way. And then what happens is you realize you got to turn back around and you got to come against that wind, and then now you're just not having a good workout because you're already tired and then the wind's at you. It's not very fun. So keep that in mind. Maybe that can help you with your runs a little bit, and maybe that can keep you a little more motivated on the second half of your run. All right, so I just got done with the run, and the first thing that I would do is take off my jacket. And the reason I would do this is because the second I stop running, I know I'm gonna feel like I'm sweating more, especially when I get into my truck. So I just throw it into my truck. I would obviously put my hat back on because I can't go without that. And it's just gonna feel better. And then when you do get home, or if you're already at home, go ahead and change into different clothes because you're gonna feel better. You don't wanna just sit in your clothes and be cold all day, because that's not fun. All right, guys, that's it. Leave a like for more videos. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments and I'll definitely get to those. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. So winter's approaching, and that means it's gonna... Nice.